I recognize the member for Orleans.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, while youth unemployment hits record highs, this government has handed millions from the Skills Development Fund to a man running a so-called training program alongside a licensed strip club. Now picture this. Bartenders and bottle servers told to wear red corsets, high-cut black thongs, and fishnets. Performers in even less clothing dancing on stage, swinging between bars and hoops, even some suspended in the air from their hair and by their teeth. Strippers working the room offering lap dances. Now, Madam Speaker, I know the Premier is a proud girl dad. He knows of no father, and neither do I, that would dream of this kind of work for their daughter. So how can the Premier look Ontario fathers in the eye and defend a minister who used their hard-earned tax dollars to fund this kind of job creation for their little girls?
Minister of Labour.
Speaker, that's categorically incorrect, Speaker. What this program has done is support over 700 workers for training, achieving over 110% of their key programmatic indicators. Now, when we talk about this fund, I've mentioned monthly visits. I've mentioned spot audits. I've mentioned the steps we've taken to improve the integrity of the program through implementing financial audits, through implementing integration to our centralized employment management system, which tracks outcomes at 6, 9, 12 months. That's what we'll continue to do to support workers of this province, Speaker. And as we head into Constituency Week, I'd encourage that member to visit those workers, those sheet metal workers who are benefiting from a new training centre, new French language curriculum, Speaker, for the first time that's ever been implemented for sheet metal workers, or the Ottawa Hospital, who are dealing with a local utility being constructed, a brand new hospital. These are men and women collecting a bigger paycheck thanks to investments, historic investments, from this Premier, this government.
Back to the member for Orleans.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Skills Development Fund was meant to expand opportunity, not subsidize nightclub owners with private $400 champagne rooms. A nightclub owner who told women to report to work in corsets, thongs, and fishnets inside a building tied to millions in public money. A club offering lap dances and the Miami experience. Madam Speaker, if this is what counts as skills training in Ontario, then every parent in this province should be outraged. As a caring father, a father of daughters, the Premier knows this is wrong. It is blatantly wrong, because no father dreams of that kind of future for their child. Madam Speaker, will the Premier finally admit that this fund has been compromised by bad actors, cut them loose, clean it up, so that Ontario workers can get the real training they need and deserve?
Back to the Minister of Labour.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, again, no, it's incorrect. Let's talk about why the fund was brought in place. In a global pandemic, when restaurants were closed down, when our tourism sector, which is a $15 billion sector, was hit hard, and these employers were shuttered, many of whom didn't open again, we launched a fund to help train hospitality workers among a myriad of other critical sectors of our economy. These are training front of house, back of house employers. 700 hospitality workers, that member is denigrating, Speaker. 110% of their employment outcomes. And yes, we've acknowledged the AG's recommendations to strengthen the integrity of the program, Speaker, but that member denigrates hospitality workers, workers like the men and women of Unite Here, Local 75, who we've supported through Skills Development Fund training, who are working in the hallways of the Sheraton, of the Holiday Inn, who are working hard, Speaker, with the World Cup coming to Toronto. They're going to show the very best of what this country and what this province offers, and we're proud to support those hospitality workers, Speaker, with better training.